Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of US 1-cent coins. We'll explore the top 6 most valuable and historically significant pennies ever minted in the United States. So if you're a coin collector or just curious about the hidden gems in your pocket change, stay tuned. 1988 1 cent. The 1988 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, is part of a long and storied tradition of American coinage. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, features a bust of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959. The 1988 Lincoln cent continued this tradition, with the obverse depicting Lincoln's profile and the reverse showcasing the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. These coins were primarily minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, and San Francisco S Mint Mark for proofs. So what makes the 1988 1-cent coin special? While it might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, there are a few key details to look out for. Let's talk about its composition first. The 1988 Lincoln cent is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change that was made in 1982 due to the rising cost of copper. This change marked a significant shift in the way pennies were produced. The diameter of the coin is 19.05 mm, and it weighs 2.5 grams. When examining a 1988 Lincoln cent, pay close attention to the mint mark located below the date. The mint mark can provide clues about the coin's origin and can affect its value. Now let's talk about value. While most 1988 Lincoln cents are common and worth only their face value, there are a few exceptions. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded by a professional service, can fetch a premium. Additionally, error coins, such as those with a double die or misaligned strike, can be quite valuable to collectors. In circulated condition, a 1988 Lincoln cent is typically worth about 1 cent. However, uncirculated examples can be worth anywhere from 10 to 50 cents, depending on their grade. Proof coins minted in San Francisco are typically worth around $1 to $2. Error coins, depending on the type and severity of the error, can range from a few dollars to several $100s. One notable error to look out for is the 1988 double die obverse. This error is characterized by noticeable doubling in the inscriptions on the obverse side of the coin, particularly in the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." 1979 1 cent. The 1979 Lincoln cent, also known as the penny, is a staple in American coinage. But what makes it so special? Let's take a closer look. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president. Fast forward to 1979, the cent continued to be a popular and essential part of American currency. The 1979 Lincoln cent features Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. One interesting thing to note is that this was the last full year the penny was primarily made of copper. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a primarily zinc composition due to rising copper prices. The 1979 Lincoln cent was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each mint mark can affect the coin's value. Additionally, there are a few variations to look out for, such as the Type 1 and Type 2 proof coins from the San Francisco Mint. The Type 2 proof is particularly valuable due to its clearer and sharper mint mark. Now let's talk about value. A 1979 Lincoln cent in average circulated condition is typically worth its face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated proof coins can be worth significantly more. For example, a 1979 S Type 2 proof can fetch upwards of $50, while a pristine, high-grade Denver or Philadelphia Mint coin might be worth a few dollars. Error coins, such as off-center strikes or double dies, can also command higher prices. If you're looking to add a 1979 Lincoln cent to your collection, here are a few tips. Check for mint marks and any unique variations. Look for coins in the best condition possible. Uncirculated coins are always a great find. Keep an eye out for error coins, as they can be quite valuable. Consider getting your coins graded by a professional service to determine their exact condition and value. 1974 1 cent. The year 1974 was a turbulent time in American history. The nation was dealing with political scandals, economic challenges, and a rapidly changing society. Amidst all this, the United States Mint continued to produce the Lincoln cent, ensuring the country's smallest denomination coin remained in circulation. In 1974, the Lincoln cent was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint coins have no mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco Mint coins are marked with a DNS respectively. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, over 4 billion coins produced. Denver Mint D, around 4.2 billion coins produced. San Francisco Mint S, over 4.2 billion coins produced as proofs. The 1974 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This was the standard composition for pennies until 1982, when the rising cost of copper led to a change in the coin's materials. While most 1974 pennies are common and hold minimal value beyond their face value, there are certain varieties and errors that collectors seek. Double die obverse DDO, this error features doubling on the obverse side of the coin. Look closely at the date and the word liberty for signs of doubling. Off-center strikes, these errors occur when the coin is not struck centrally, resulting in a misaligned image. Now let's talk about value. A regular 1974 penny in circulated condition is typically worth just its face value. However, uncirculated or mint condition coins can fetch a bit more. Here are some approximate values. Circulated face value. Uncirculated Mississippi 65 grade $0.30, $1. Proof coins PR 65 grade $1 to $3. Error coins and varieties like the double die obverse can be worth significantly more, ranging from $25 to $100 or more depending on the condition and rarity. If you're a collector, here are some tips to keep in mind. Check for errors. Always examine your 1974 pennies for errors and varieties. Use a magnifying glass to spot any unusual features. Condition matters. The value of your coin significantly depends on its condition. Aim to keep your coins in the best condition possible. Get graded for potentially valuable coins. Consider getting them graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. 1982 1 cent. 1982 was a pivotal year for the U.S. Mint and for penny enthusiasts. This year marked a major change in the composition of the 1 cent coin. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of copper, but due to rising copper prices, the mint decided to switch to a cheaper metal. The transition was from a 95% copper alloy to a copper-plated zinc composition. This switch was made to save on production costs. However, the transition didn't happen overnight. Both types of pennies were minted in 1982, making this year a significant one for collectors. So how can you tell the difference between a copper and a zinc penny? The most reliable way is by weighing them. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh around 2.5 grams. If you don't have a scale, you can also listen for a difference in sound when you drop them. Copper pennies produce a distinctive ring, while zinc pennies sound a bit duller. In 1982, the mint produced 7 different varieties of the 1 cent coin, large date and small date in both copper and zinc, as well as the large date zinc from the Denver Mint marked with a D. The small date variety can be a bit trickier to identify, but looking closely at the numerals in the date can help. Now let's talk about value. The value of a 1982 penny depends on its type and condition. Generally, circulated 1982 pennies are worth just face value, but uncirculated and high-grade examples can be worth more to collectors. Some rare varieties like the 1982 small date copper penny can fetch a premium. Always remember, condition is key in coin collecting. To determine the value of your 1982 penny, you'll want to check for wear, mint marks, and any unique features. An uncirculated 1982 small date copper penny can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $50 depending on its grade. 1971 1 cent. The 1971 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, is part of a series that began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse design, featuring a right-facing profile of Lincoln, was created by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side, which until 2008 featured the Lincoln Memorial, was designed by Frank Gasparo. Brenner's design was a significant departure from previous U.S. coinage, which typically featured allegorical figures. His depiction of Lincoln was the first time a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin, marking a milestone in numismatic history. Now let's take a closer look at the 1971 Lincoln cent. On the obverse, you'll notice the detailed engraving of Lincoln's profile with the inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty" in the year 1971. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial with United States of America in E pluribus unum inscribed above and 1 cent below. In terms of composition, the 1971 Lincoln cent is made primarily of copper with a small percentage of zinc. This composition was standard for pennies minted from 1959 to 1982. Weighing 3.11 grams, the coin has a diameter of 19 millimeters and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. When it comes to value, several factors come into play, including mint mark, condition, and rarity. The 1971 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number of these coins, making them the most common. In 1971, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 1.9 billion cents, the Denver Mint produced over 2.9 billion, and the San Francisco Mint, which primarily struck proof coins, produced around 525 million. The condition of a 1971 Lincoln cent greatly influences its value. Coins in mint state MS condition, particularly those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services, can be worth significantly more than their face value. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, with their mirror-like finishes, are especially sought after by collectors. When evaluating a 1971 cent, look for key details such as sharpness of the strike, absence of wear, and overall eye appeal. Common issues like scratches, discoloration, and weak strikes can reduce a coin's value. 1966 1 cent. The 1966 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side, at that time, displayed the wheat ears design, which was used from 1909 to 1958. However, by 1966, the reverse design had been changed to the Lincoln Memorial, a change that began in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. 1966 was a unique year for U.S. coinage due to a coin shortage in the early 1960s. The U.S. Mint stopped placing mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967 to discourage coin hoarding. As a result, the 1966 penny does not have a mint mark, meaning it was produced at either the Philadelphia or Denver Mint. In total, over 2.18 billion 1-cent coins were minted in 1966, making it a relatively common coin in circulation. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1966 penny. On the obverse, we have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the inscription "In God We Trust" above his head, liberty to the left, and the date 1966 to the right. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial with the inscriptions United States of America at the top and 1 cent at the bottom. The motto "E Pluribus Unum" is centered above the memorial. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1966 1-cent coin. As with any coin, the value is highly dependent on its condition. Most 1966 pennies found in circulation are worth only their face value of 1 cent. However, coins in uncirculated or mint condition can be worth more to collectors. For example, a 1966 penny in mint state MS65 condition, as graded by the professional coin grading service PCGS, can be worth around $10 to $20. Proof coins, which are specially made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish, can be worth even more. Here are a few interesting facts about the 1966 penny. Error coins from 1966 pennies have notable errors such as double dies or off-center strikes. These errors can significantly increase the coin's value. Special sets in 1966, the U.S. Mint also produced special mint sets SMS as a substitute for proof sets. These coins have a higher quality finish and are sought after by collectors. Historical context: the 1960s was a decade of significant change in the United States, and coins from this era often hold sentimental value for collectors who lived through those times. And there you have it, the complete history and value of the 1966 United States 1-cent coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this penny is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and insights. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.